this video is gonna have like a little weird of a setup because it's gonna be my London review. I didn't actually vlog it because I don't know, I feel like I was in my head a lot when it came to the whole like vlogging situation, and it's really not that bad. Like, I feel like people are just used to it, but I didn't actually like vlog. So I'm going to be doing like a outline review. I don't know if anybody's ever done this. Like, I know it's kind of weird. I just feel like my itinerary was like too good to like pass up. So what I'm gonna be doing is, as I'm talking, I'm gonna use like this space here to like insert the clips and videos, because I got footage, I just took it like, you know, long way, and I'm like, I think that's annoying to watch like for an extended period of time, so I'm just gonna be inserting it here. Okay, so we're gonna see how this goes, but going forward I am gonna be just doing regular standard vlog style travel videos. I just felt like this one was too good to pass up, so let's get into the video. So we're gonna start off with the flight. We booked our flight, I want to say in January, and our trip was in June, and we did American Airlines, and I'm going to show you a screenshot of how much the flight breakdown was. It really wasn't bad. We flew regular, and we had the anticipation of going there and actually getting to like upgrade our seats, but unfortunately the flight was full, so we weren't able to do that. If you randomly hear like a scratching noise, it's because my dog has allergies. Yes. Ace, can you not? Okay. So like I was saying, the pricing wasn't bad. We did book it early. So we booked in January and we flew in June. A lot of people on TikTok and like social media were like, wait till you get to the airport and try to upgrade. When we tried that, the whole flight was full, so we had to just, you know, sit in our regular seats, which wasn't horrible. But if you're traveling with anybody 6 foot and over like I did, it would be best for you to purchase the comfort like upgraded seats. I want to say this like $53. I don't even really remember, but I feel like it wasn't worth it. And literally I told him like, hey, maybe we should, and he was like, no, it's not a big deal, like you just sleep the whole flight anyways, which I do. Like, I really sleep the entire flight, so I didn't really care. But I don't think he was really like thinking of himself. Like, I think he was thinking that, oh, like because like the aisle are on the side, like it wouldn't be that bad. That thing was tight for him. For me, I was fine. I would sleep anyways. So I would definitely suggest, if you're not going to upgrade your whole entire like ticket, at least upgrade to having a larger seat. Like, that just makes the most sense to me. We tried to do it at the airport, like once we were already on the plane, and they were like, be fucking for real. Like, so that didn't happen. So we were able to book it in advance on the app for the returning flight, so we got to at least do that. But I think it's definitely worth it. Obviously first class would be, or business class, whatever, would be like the most ideal, but we flew in the middle of the night, so majority of the whole entire flight was sleeping going there, and then coming back it was super early in the morning. But then when we got back here, it was like 5 o'clock, and I live in Miami. So it was just nice having like the additional seating. I'm not gonna eat that plane food anyways, so for us it just financially didn't make sense to upgrade fully to the business class. But if it's like that irrelevant to you to do it, then yeah, I think I would want to do it more so for like if I'm going to like Thailand or Bali, like somewhere really far. But we only flew 7 hours, and I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really not when you're flying at like 9:30 at night, because you're gonna be asleep by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So that was my take on the whole flight situation. We did a straight flight. We did not do layovers. I personally do not trust layovers. I always feel like it's very much something that happens or goes on, and I just feel like it's not for me, because I'm already spending a shit ton of money to go across the country. I'm not trying to get stuck in no Russian airport, stuck in the Netherlands or wherever, just because I wanted to save like $100. Like, no. If you have to get a connecting flight for like Cabo or like Hawaii or something like that, that makes sense. But from Miami you can get straight flights to Europe. So, well, London for sure, I know. I'm pretty sure Paris and stuff too. But so yeah, we didn't do connecting flight going or coming. So I would definitely suggest not getting a connecting flight if you have the option, or if you do, try to connect like places in America first before you go having to connect in a whole nother country. So that's my take on the whole flight situation. Now, when it comes to the hotel, I did the most, and I wanted to stay at 2 different hotels. They were like in walking distance of each other, but I just wanted to experience like 2 different types of hotels. But it wasn't even really 2 different types. Like, it was not that deep. Like, we could have just stayed at one the whole entire time, but I just let TikTok influence the shit out of me. So I was like, okay, like, we're gonna stay at 2. So the first one we stayed at was the Hyatt, and that one was 10 out of, I would say 10 out of 10. Like, in Europe in general, the hotels are pretty small. I think like everything for majority of them is like pretty small when it comes to Europe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I've seen, it was pretty small. I just liked that the layout was really good. So I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I would give it like an 8 out of 10. So the central location was amazing for both hotels. And what happened is, well, no, it was the gantry. We stayed at the, oh, let me check. Give me a moment, because I can't remember.
Hello?
Which hotel did we stay at first in London? Was it the Ace? Was it the gantry or the Hyatt?
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Which hotel did we stay at first? The gantry or the Hyatt?
Gantry.
Okay. Alright, sorry. Okay. Oh, I'm wrong. I was corrected. So the one we stayed at first was the gantry. I would give the gantry like an 8 out of 10. It was nice. It was clean. Like, everything was really new. I would say that the location in general where we stayed, which was like in Stratford, was just really, really good because we were like walking distance. Like, when I say walking, like maybe a 4-minute walk of the mall. So the Stratford Mall. And I think there's 2 locations, but I'm going to link everything in the bio so that you would like understand which one it was. So the reason why I liked staying at these hotels like with this location was because I feel like it was so easy to like eat like consistently, because I feel like every time like we go on vacations we don't eat properly because we either don't eat breakfast or we don't eat lunch, or we only eat dinner, or we eat lunch and then we don't eat dinner. But it was nice at the mall. I think it closed at like 9 or 10, but the food courts were really, 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 really good. Like, I'm not like exaggerating or tripping. Like, the food court food was good. Like, they had like real restaurants, and like even like the pizza restaurants there, like it was fresh, really good pizza. So I would say that the gantry, I would give it like an 8 out of 10. The second one we stayed at, the Hyatt, I preferred that one. I think he preferred that one as well. Like, we both really liked it a lot because it was even closer. Like, that one was more so it felt like it was inside of the mall. So I really liked that. The only problem is I kept going in there to like get food and then I would shop. So that was the only problem I feel like that I had with the location. Like, I was too accessible and I had no self-control. Okay, but I do feel like when it comes to the location of your hotel, I feel like there's like 3 important things. Like, 1 obviously is safety. 2 would definitely be like the transit situation. So we were right next to the subway, and we were next to like one of the biggest, like, they don't call it the subway, I think they call it the line. I could be wrong. I can't remember anything at this point. I'm like Dory. Like the line, I think it was called that, like the Elizabeth line and then like the regular line. I don't know. So we stayed close to there, so we had like really good like transportation options. And then we also stayed where there was food nearby, because the food court, even though the food court food was good, like the mall had food trucks outside of there, and then there was restaurants like connected to the mall. 10 out of 10 for the Hyatt. So if you have a choice, if you're not going to do both, I would definitely say the Hyatt over the gantry, but you can't go wrong with either one. So now going into transportation, I stand corrected again. It's actually called the Tube. So I personally loved the whole experience of the transit situation in London. Like, if I could be a tube, like be the tube, I would be the tube. I was obsessed, and I think I was mainly obsessed because it was so easy to like navigate and actually utilize. Like, you know how like when you go to New York they have the subway, but it's actually like kind of complicated and it gives you a little bit of a headache to like actually figure out how to use it. No. The transit situation that London has, if they were able to bring that over here to America, 10 out of 10. Amazing. So I would say that staying near like a really good train station like the Stratford station would be really good, because you don't have to worry about Uber and all of that. Now what we did was, for certain situations, we would do like half tube, half Uber. So regardless though, the Ubers are not as expensive as they are here in America. Like even when there's like traffic and stuff, you won't really like get that like crazy surge price. But like I feel like personally, taking the transit is just like, it's just that easy. And to me, I feel like you get there faster if you're okay with doing like a little quick 5-minute walk. If you're with kids and stuff, I'd understand. But like even with that, like they have elevators. It's actually clean, like as clean as a train station could be. And it reminded me a lot of the Canadian like transit system. Like you can actually sit down, you can actually put your stuff down. It's not like New York. Nobody's screaming on there, nobody's breakdancing asking for money. So I would definitely say to utilize the tube as much as you can and stay next to a station, like a tube station, if that makes sense. I know it makes sense. I know some people can rent a car. We did not. I was not interested in trying to figure out like their roads and stuff. Like I'm accustomed to the right-hand drive because we are Caribbean. So I'm like very familiar with that, because like in Jamaica and Antigua and like those places, you have to drive on that side of the road. Like you have to drive on that side of the road and then the car is on that side of the road. Same thing with Virgin Islands too. The only problem is I just get so scared of like getting in an accident, and then it's like now a whole thing of like, now you gotta go to the hospital, now you gotta go to figure out how to pay for the car that you crashed. It's too much. Like just get in an Uber, get in the tube. I would not suggest to rent a car, not at all. Maybe if you're not staying so much in the city and you were staying more like in like the, what you would call, like I would call it the country, then maybe. But if you're gonna stay like city side, I don't see the point in doing that, my personal opinion. Now the airport. So I'm gonna start with the immigration process. I was expecting like shit show vibes. No. They literally scan your passport, take a picture of you, and you are now welcome to United Kingdom. Like it's not that deep. And I appreciated that, because I'm used to like the long immigration lines. Like yeah, I have global entry, but I'm still used to like there being some sort of commotion with immigration, like how it is in America. But it wasn't like that at all over there. I think some people have to see an agent. I think if you want to like your passport stamped, you have to, but that's also stupid, because it's like, girl, even if you get all your stamps on your passport, like you could lose it. Not even lose the passport, but like, don't they take back the passport when you have to get a new one? I don't know. So I was not gonna wait in that line to get no damn stamp. Like they're gonna have to catch me another time. So I did not get the stamp. Took 2 seconds. I thought it was really crazy that like the little trolley things, like in America they're like $7 or $10 to put your luggage on when you have a bunch of luggage. Not in Europe. Well, not in London. I'm just gonna speak for London. I don't know about the rest of Europe. Not in London. You don't pay for it, and it's actually crazy because they like the airport connects to the transit. So we actually caught a tube that dropped us off 8 minutes walking distance from our hotel, because like I said, there was a station right there, and we actually were able to get on the tube and not get off until we were going to that stop. So it was nice because we got to take the little trolley things and put all of the luggage on, and then push it all the way to the tube, and then when we got to the tube you can leave it there. So I thought that was really nice. I know people usually say pack light for London. I didn't do that, and it was cold, so it was like, it was hard for me to like dress properly going there, and it was like cold. Then I also feel like I kind of like screwed up with that as well, because like they had so much better stores in America. So that's one regret too, I would say, is like buying so much before I went there, but I'll get into that later on in the video. But yes, when it comes to the airport, I would definitely say it's a very smooth, seamless process. If you don't know where you're going, there are people to help you. figure it out. But Google Maps, as long as you're like connected to the airport Wi-Fi, Google Maps will tell you where to go. So my suggestion would be is to type in your hotel or wherever you're heading, and when you before you get on the tube, because the signal could be like a little shaky sometimes, just screenshot the directions of like everywhere you're going so that you have it in your phone already as like a picture. So I would definitely recommend the tube. Definitely a very easy, seamless airport situation. To add to the airport situation, be careful when you're leaving the airport. Well, like leaving London, because I know like America just lets you have like a shit show of items when it comes to your carry-on luggage. The most you can avoid leaving in your carry-on would be best, because they give you like these little Ziploc bags. I'm gonna insert a picture of them. They're small and they want all your liquids in there, baby. They want your makeup, everything in there. If it can't fit in there, I think you have to throw it out. Like, I think only one bag per person, so it's not even worth it. Put as much as you can in your luggage when you're going back to wherever you're coming from initially, because it's not worth the headache at all. They're gonna give you that. When you see that Ziploc bag, you're gonna freak the hell out, especially if you're somebody like me that just has to do the damn most. I would suggest leaving it in your actual checked luggage so you don't have that problem to deal with. The food selection, deal with. So when it comes to the food selection, when you're going back as well, just because I'm trying to keep everything in segments for the airport, like I'm just trying to knock it all out at once, I would definitely say it's good. It's not like amazing, but it's good. It's not bad. Like, you don't have to worry about it. And if you go there with enough time, like, you can actually sit down and eat. But when I say the shopping is crazy, like, they have every designer store available, like almost every designer store available in the airport. And they actually have like really good items that you wouldn't usually find in the stores of like the regular store, which I thought was crazy. But that's something cool to think about and check out as well. So now we're gonna get into the whole reason why we were there in the first place, which was concerts. So as you could see from my TikTok, Instagram, everything in life, we went for the Burna Boy and the Beyonce concert. We got really lucky that Beyonce was just magically gonna be there when we were gonna be there already for Burna Boy. So the Burna Boy concert was at the London Stadium, and then Beyonce's concert was at Tottenham Stadium. So if you stay at the Hyatt or stay anywhere near Stratford International, now I'm really talking like that for real. If you stay anywhere near Stratford International, you're good to go when it comes to going to the London Stadium. You can literally walk. It's like 7 minutes. That's why we did that, because we didn't want the hoopla of leaving and all of that. For Taunton, I would say it's about, like, with traffic, I would say maybe 30 minutes of a ride. Not horrible. Definitely would combine the Uber and the transit situation. I just think that that's easier. So I would recommend that. But I just want to say, like, and y'all are going to hear me hype up London for the rest of my life until I can live there for extended months at a time. Okay? London's like vibe and energy is insane when it comes to these concerts. I'm a concert junkie in general, and I've been to too many concerts to count. London has had the most organized concerts I have ever experienced in my life. Like, when I say there was like thousands, I think Burna Boy had over 60,000. Beyonce had over 60,000 as well. When I tell you, in and out, when it comes to those lines, like, walk up, check your bag, keep it going. But it's also different. Like, people don't got guns and stuff like they have in America, because, you know, like, they actually care about that stuff. So that's nice. But it was just something about, like, the way people actually listen and follow directions in London compared to America. It's crazy. Like, there was no shoving in the lines were moving, people weren't complaining, like, different. Now, this was my third Burna Boy concert. I don't even think I need to really review this. Like, when I say 20 out of, you give it 1,000 out of 10, okay? Burna Boy never ceased to amaze me. And granted, I'm singing the same songs that I did when I went to New York to see him at Madison Square, when I went to Atlanta to see him for Love Domini, and then this one was just, I'm pretty sure it was within the Love Domini like tour situation as well, but I had to go. Okay, he sold out the London Stadium. It was crazy. We got our tickets through Amex, and they gave us access to the floor as well as the seats. We just stayed ourselves in the seats. I've already seen him twice before that, so this was gonna be my 3rd time. It wasn't that deep, but the crowd was giving me anxiety. Like, not to say that they were chaotic, it was just a lot of people, and I was like, what if I have to pee? Like, it was just too much. I didn't want to like think it through. Our tickets, I want to say they came to like $80 each person. Crazy. And we booked them through like on the AXS website, so through American Express, and we got that like deal on it or whatever. And then when we were there, like, they have a whole food selection. Like, it's so crazy to like go to other countries and experience like everyday things that we do up here, but like a beer was only like $6 or $7. In Miami, you're talking about $20 for a beer. Or a hard liquor, forget it, $25. So I feel like that was really cool to experience. The Burna Boy concert was everything that I could hope and dream of, and it was just amazing. Like, I don't feel like there's anybody like really touching him right now except Beyonce. So I don't know. Correct me. I mean, you don't have to correct me. You don't have to tell me anything. There's nothing to really like convince me of in the aspect when it comes to Burna Boy. So I personally had the time of my life. I can't like insert all of the like music within the video, so I had to like mute some of them just because copyright. So, but when I tell you the crowd was nuts, the amount of people were nuts, like the way people were actually like dancing and like vibing and carrying on, that was amazing. Like, America, everybody be so cool. Like, you paid hundreds of dollars to come to these concerts just to stand up and be like, or take a selfie. No, people were getting lit. Like, he had like strippers like on stripper poles. He was like up in the ceiling with the cake situation, which I know he did in New York again, the last concert I was supposed to be at, but thanks to Delta I did not make it. But that's neither here or there. But I know he did it again, like at the show that he recently had the weekend after 4th of July in New York. But baby, Burna Boy did his big one. Now for Beyonce, I mean, we don't really have to discuss. Like, I would be wasting my time and my energy trying to tell you how great the Beyonce concert was, because it was like amazing. Like, the seats, I want to say when it converted to US, it was like $440, and we looked at those same exact seats in America and they were coming out to $999 a piece. Stupid. Okay, very stupid. I would say that the Beyonce concert, like, I just think concerts in general at this point are just better overseas. Like, the fans act way more insane, and they act like they have no damn sense, and I love that. Like, I want to be a part of that. I met like really cool people in the bathroom. I had like, this lady took like amazing pictures of us. Like, everything was just like 10 out of 10. Not even 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10. Okay, so when it came to the concert experiences, we were like amazed with that, and I'm glad that we like had some damn sense, because what we did was the Burna Boy one was on Saturday. We got there Thursday morning, and then we did Beyonce on Sunday. Beyonce? Yeah. So Burna Boy was Saturday, Beyonce was Sunday, and then we left on Tuesday. So we weren't one of those brave ass people like flying in and then running to the Beyonce concert that Thursday or that Friday. No ma'am, we gave more than enough time for both concerts to get, like, for our flight to delay it. It could have disappeared. We would have probably had time to figure ourselves back on track to get to the concerts. I will say that Beyonce, auntie's getting older. So I appreciate that she did a lot with the visuals. She did a lot when it came to, and I'm a visuals girl. Like, I love the whole like creativity, like make me feel like I'm somewhere else, like that type of vibe. So I really appreciated that whole aspect of the concert. And then I also appreciated that she knows that she can't like give us on the run tour like Beyonce. So I feel like she, like the dancers, they were brought up a notch. Like they were definitely like up there. And I feel like she's just like so friggin' smart to know like what she could handle, and she knew not to like do the damn most, in the sense of like, girl, she is not about to be up here dancing for 60 songs straight and giving us the vocals. Like she did, very much did. And Blue came out as well. That was super, super cute. I just like that whole aspect of like her being like her mom's little employee. Like if you're like a mom girl boss like me, like that's like a dream. Okay, like I don't want my kids to like grow up and like be like event planners and like working events, but like just the fact of like saying like this, like their job, like I gave them their first job, I feel like that's really cute. Okay, but yeah, so concerts, 10 out of 10. You could catch me flying all the way over there to do a concert or go to a concert 100 times over. This is not going to be the last, but it was the first. Definitely not going to be the last. 10 out of 10 recommend. Alright, so now let's talk about the shopping. I spent so much money. You would think that I was Franklin. What was his wife's name? Something with a V. I think it was. What was that girl's name? Something with a V. Y'all would think that I was her, honey. Or I was Beyonce my goddamn self, the way I was shopping in those stores. Oh my god. One thing I will say is don't go over there like looking to go to Zara. I mean, you can, obviously, but I feel like go to stores that aren't in America, like pull&bear, Bershka. I mean, maybe they are in America, but they're not in Miami. I know that. River Island. Go to those places, because I feel like going to Zara, like I went to Zara and I bought stuff for my kids, but I got stuff that was on sale. So like if it's not on sale, and like if you can scan it and it's still on the Zara website and it's available, girl, leave them people's stuff. Like it's not that deep. But for us, we found really good kids clothes in Zara, and that's what we mainly bought. River Island, the kids clothes, oh my god, so freaking cute. And I was always nervous from like to order from there because everything looks so big, and like I just didn't understand the sizing, and I didn't have to do any like damn UK return, unless it's Pretty Little Things. I will buy anything Pretty Little Things, but I didn't want to do all that. So I feel like I would definitely say that that was like a really good experience, to be able to go to certain stores that weren't available in America to like walk into. I would say like H&M was good as well, but all I'm gonna say is check the prices. Like make sure you scan stuff and check the prices and make sure they're not available in America for the same price, because the whole VAT situation that like people talk about on TikTok, they don't have that in the UK anymore. But they just don't charge you it in the first place. So unless you have like conversion fees to pay, which are so minimal if you're using your card. I know some credit cards have free conversion rates, I think. I don't know, I could have made that up, I'm not sure. If they don't, they should. But yeah, so that was really good. Like the shopping was like definitely 10 out of 10. I liked their Primark as well, because their Primark is just so big, and we have one here in America, but it was way bigger there. Like, oh my god, the way I lost my rabbit ass mind in those stores, like it was crazy. The only good thing was though, like I didn't have to do any summer shopping. I came home and I have not had to buy my children any summer clothes. I have not had to buy them really anything besides like shoes, because the shoes I get iffy, but I didn't want to buy a bunch of shoes over there. So that's one thing I'll say that like I didn't get over there like for the kids. But when it came to the clothes, baby. So I would definitely recommend venturing out, going to stores that we don't have here. I know some people go to like Oxford Street and stuff. I didn't even bother because we were already at Stratford International. There was nothing else for me to see. Okay, nothing. All right. There's somebody else that people said they went shopping to. I don't know. When it comes to souvenirs, that's the one thing I would say. Their souvenirs are not expensive. So I got like a shit ton of stuff, like for a lot of people, and I spent like $90. And I feel like America and like other places, like when you go like anywhere to buy goddamn shot glass, they want to charge you $10 or $12 for one damn shot glass. So I would definitely say I like that a lot about London for sure. So souvenirs, shopping overall, 10 out of 10. Okay, I have no complaints when it comes to shopping there. All right. So now we're gonna go over to the club situation. So we went to LA Lounge and I found it on TikTok. I did not know that it was gonna be that much of a vibe, okay? First of all, the process to get in these clubs, I don't know if that's just LA Lounge or if that's like London as a whole. Scanning my face to get in the club is crazy. Like, I definitely would not be shanking a soul, okay? I wouldn't be doing anything wrong in London in those clubs because, honey, they will find you. They like scanned our ID and like scanned our face as well. We did reserve the section from ahead of time. I don't remember any of those pricing stuff. I don't know any of the pricing stuff. That don't have nothing to do with me. Because I think everything is like too expensive. If it's not clothes, I'm like, oh my god, it's too expensive. So he definitely handled that, and his friends were there as well. So we got to meet up with them. So that was fun too. But when I say the club, it was Afrobeats night. I think it's African club in general. But it was the music. Oh my god. People dancing, sweating, standing on stuff, cramped up like neck to neck. I love it. Okay. It's not my usual steez. I'm just not really a club girl in general. But LA Lounge owed me nothing. There was other clubs that like we looked into, but we were tired from doing all the other shenanigans that we were doing. So we didn't go too heavy on the club vibe. But next time when we go back, I definitely want to do more clubs just because I feel like it's like a safer, like cooler, again, correct me if I'm wrong. It felt safer than I do in Miami, okay? The bathroom was cute. Like everything's just always just really cute, okay? So I would definitely say 10 out of 10 for LA Lounge. I don't know if I said this in the video already, but I did have like a PDF of like my itinerary. That it's it'll be a link in the description box, and you can just click it and it'll take you over to Canva, and you'll be able to like download it or do whatever yourself. So that's obviously free. I'm not gonna like charge you for that. Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah, so it's free. Just click it, download it, and you'll see like the stuff we went to and like some of the other stuff will probably be on there that you are considering going to. I want to take more notes when I go to Dubai for my birthday. I'm going to do more notes for the actual itinerary, just so that it can give everybody like a better idea of like what we did and didn't do and like all of that jazz. So definitely would say the club situation was great, but just check the websites because they have different nights for different stuff. So like we went on Afrobeats night, which is what I wanted anyways, and I knew it was gonna be extra poppin' mommy because it was Burna Boy weekend. So I already knew the vibes. 10 out of 10. So yeah, there was other clubs that we looked into, like other lounges, but we didn't get to actually go. But I do have them on the itinerary, and I'm thinking about making my like TikTok bookmark public because like I have like a whole folder of like London travel stuff that I feel like would be really cool to share. So I'm actually gonna enable that as well. So follow me on TikTok at KikoXLee if you want to see that as well, and I have my TikTok linked everywhere as well too. Now when it comes to the attractions, what we did and didn't do, so we did get to see the Buckingham Palace. We did get to like see certain stuff, but we didn't like go and like really immerse ourselves into it because it wasn't a tourist trip. Like when we go back with the kids next year, we'll do all that stuff, but we didn't care to do that this time. And I know that's like sounds crazy, but it's like we just didn't care. when it came to like the attraction thing, we did do the London Eye. That was cool. We did do the ferry thing. That was cool as well. Like you got to go under the London Bridge. But those were really the only two, like I would say, like touristy attraction things that we did. Some of the other things that I would like call attractions, like we went to like bars and like restaurants and stuff like that just had like a certain type of aesthetic. I loved all of them. Like I loved every single restaurant that we ate at. I loved it. We did Lucky Cane. We did Ballerson. Like it's like a big like ball pit thing. Super, super cool. We did, I was very drunk that whole trip, so my brain is shaky. The Bonk. We did the Bonk restaurant. That was good as hell. I think they thought that we were like somebody because like I went in there like recording stuff, but it was just because it was really cute and they were giving us all this free stuff, all these free drinks. They were being extra nice, like gave us this big ass table. They were amazing. Definitely loved that. What else? I'm trying to think if I didn't like oh, we went to, did we go here to Pergola Paddington? I feel like I'm like making it up that I had the memory. You know what it was? I ate, oh we didn't, but I wanted to go there. Pergola Paddington, that was good too. But you'll see, just click the link and it'll take you to like the menu and the website, and then the TikTok will be available as well. But I don't know who said the food was nasty in Europe, well in London. The food is not nasty at all. Like we ate some good ass food. We ate Asian fusion, we ate Indian. We did not have Jamaican because I don't trust nobody with that. I'll leave that to like my parents and like family. So we didn't do that. We did Italian, good as hell. We did regular bar food. Honestly, the nastiest thing was the most like American thing we ate, which is like some like chicken tenders place. I literally had to throw it away and get food from somewhere else. Oh my god, they have these wings from this food truck. I think they have other locations, but they had a location like with the food truck at the mall. When I tell you I ate that shit like 3 times, I could not stop. 20 out of 100. I mean, no, 100 out of 10. Okay, amazing. The wings, I forgot what flavor I was getting. I think I was getting barbecue. Yeah, I think I was getting barbecue. And then he got like some like Thai thing. All of it was good. They have like chicken tenders as well too, but all of it was good. The only thing I would find weird is that like it's very hard to find like Sprite and juice. Everything is Coke. Like everything is Coke. And I'm not a Coke girly. I used to be, and God delivered me from that bondage. So I'm like, I don't want to backslide and backtrack just for this trip. Okay. So yeah, I would definitely say with the food, the attractions, like just be careful because like you'll see stuff on TikTok and you will want to go through like hell and high water to go there. But to be honest, be fucking for real sometimes when some places actually gonna be like a vibe and some places just like we're gonna go to take pictures. Like STK was on our rooftop, and that's where we went the night we came in because we were so exhausted. We could not even function. And so we went to STK, and that was like the best STK I've ever had. But I noticed that every time I eat STK in Miami, it's nasty. But when I had it in Atlanta, it was good. When I had it in New York, it was good. When I had it in London, it was good. So I guess Miami STK is the only one that's actually like nasty as hell. But yeah, like I feel like that was really good. And like the aesthetics really everywhere in London are like pretty cool when it comes to like the restaurants and stuff for the most part. Like Lucky Cane was like super tiny, but at least they had like the little like fire people. I don't like doing this because she was doing that like and like eating it. But yeah, I would definitely say like be careful because I remember I wanted to like make this big deal about going to this restaurant that was like where you go for like tea, and they wanted like all this commotion to go to it. And then I realized, I'm like, I think I just want to go there because the bathrooms are in pots. And I wanted to take a picture in the bathroom. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not saying I would never go there, but it's like, let's wrap it up on doing that. Like, I understand, like, content and TikTok and stuff is, like, important. And, like, Instagram is important, like, to some people. But I feel like you got to be fucking for real and know that eating somewhere that has good food is a vibe, okay? So yeah, I'm also gonna be posting my review of what happened to me after the Beyonce concert. That thing is such a long story, I wouldn't even be able to fit it all in here. So I'm actually gonna post that shit for you to see what happened to us when it came to that whole situation. It's funny now. Well, it was funny then too, but I was also like drunk. I'm very like lackadaisical when it comes to traveling. I don't care about anything. But in America, everything is a problem for me. Okay, everything is like too much. But there, nah, I'll let everything slide. So that's gonna conclude my London experience. I would definitely recommend it. We're gonna go back next year, but we're gonna do like the whole like Europe vibe thing. We're gonna try to go to like 4 or 5 countries, so we're gonna stay there for like 3 weeks with the kids. I don't know. Ooh, my eyes are already twitchy from that. But yeah, so I feel like that's gonna be really fun. So we'll probably do more like touristy stuff with them if they want to. If they don't want to, we're not. But like our kids watch like a lot of like travel vlog stuff with like other little kids, so like they know about stuff they want to go on, which is so annoying, god, because like they have like their own little like itinerary that they want to do for stuff, and that's aggravating. Like, just be a child, stay in a child's place. But no, they don't at all, ever. So that concludes it. So like I said before, the itinerary is going to be a clickable link that will take you to Canva, and you can download it there. And then the TikTok, I'm gonna unprivate that. It's like save for the bookmarks, so that you will know like the different places, like, so it's easier to find it. Or you can just hashtag wherever and it'll come up. But I just want to make it easy for you guys, and in return, all I want you to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the entire video. If you made it to the end, if you didn't make it to the end, you're not gonna see it anyway, so it don't matter. So yes, so stay tuned for the next video and put on your notifications, because I've been like on it with the posting, and I need people to see that I'm actually getting on my Zoom. So turn on your post notifications. So see you guys in the next video.